you got somebody else? Do you want to come in?
No.
Okay, you come in.
Hey, how you doing?
You remember Justin Lewis?
Yeah,
He just got out of jail.
Okay.
And
Rehab.
my baby daughter is his mom.
Okay.
Kim Brown, you know, and she passed away Monday evening.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay. He was talking to his brother. And so he wanted to get real smart and mouthy.
My brother had asked me, he wanted to talk to my grandmother because the funeral bill has got to be paid by today.
This is what he's been writing and sending out to my family.
They've got prior history.
They've
got prior history with problems when he lived here, as far as like tapping the phone. There were some issues with the vehicle that was co-signed for him. There was some issues with the security system and the credit cards or driver's license. There's been a long history with him.
He almost made me have a nervous breakdown.
But he had asked me when I got here to call him so that he could talk to her. On the phone, it's just both of them arguing back and forth with each other. He wanted me to call him when you got here so that he could talk to her.
No, I don't care about
If you don't want to talk to him, she ain't got to talk to him.
Because I will have him locked up.
Okay, well, I mean, I just done what I was asked to do. My mom just passed away. All the arguing and fussing and fighting, I ain't got time for it. Like I said, I just got out of RCEP 7 days ago. And my recovery is one of my main things, that my goal that I have to focus on. And all this extra stuff is making it hard for me. And I'm not trying to put myself in a situation to compromise, me relapsing and letting my mom down. So.
All right, let me jump in. He is a hothead. I give him a place to stay when he got out of jail. Well, what was it in? He was in, Justin, he was serving some time, wasn't
he? Yeah, it was for grand theft, and no, it was in Idaho.
Rodney Lewis. Does that name ring a bell? And this is his
brother,
Ronald
Lewis, right? Mm-hmm. All right, imagine Ronald Lewis 10 times smarter and 10 times more sneakier. I mean, he does his research on law. He makes sure he wears body cam. I mean, he does everything he's supposed to do to make sure that he's in the right. He's still got the same hot temper that my dad's got.
And he also works for Judge Parson Reader's office. I went up there. I was having problems with Justin, which is his dad. I mean, with Ronald, which is Justin's dad. Mm-hmm. So he had already caused enough of yeah like this. So he used to stay off my property and off from 2125 North Hill Extension. Mm-hmm. And I said, I own that property. My sister lived there. I bought the house when she passed away because it's joining the old home place. I own 2 acres behind that because I bought it through my family's estate.
The only argument he's got about that is not being able to go into the house and see what his mom had. Because my mom's stuff was over there, that's where she was living at.
He's going to take it to court.
I mean...
He can contact an attorney.
Well, I mean, I understand that. But, with us, my grandmother's told me that I'm welcome to get my mom's stuff out of the house. So, if she don't want him over there to help me move the stuff...
No, I don't want him over there.
That's completely understandable. I'm trying to stay out of the situation as much as I can.
Right.
See, he lives up there in that motorhome, so he's got to move it. But when he got out of jail, well, how long have you had that?
Is it against code for me to stay out there?
What?
To stay in the motorhome on the property. Mm-hmm. It is.
So he's going to have to move it. Mm-hmm. Well, he was going to move.
Well, I mean, it's not against the law. I mean, you can stay there. Just no one can live. You're not supposed to be living in it.
Yeah. But him and his wife.
I mean, the only thing hooked up to it is just power. I mean, there's no water, no food.
Yeah, you can't. You still can't. Yeah. You have to have a permit from the county to stay in it, and it'll be a temporary.
Alright, so I need to go apply for me to be in the right. I need to apply for a permit.
That will be at magistrate court.
Alright.
But
that just keeps her from getting fined and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Well, can't you move it before then?
Well, I mean, nobody's made a complaint with code enforcement had come out here.
Well, I know, but what about Aaron's mom? Can she let you park it down there? Because isn't that where it come from?
No, I mean, they didn't come from her mom's house. They come from her dad's. And her dad's gonna move.
So in other words, this guy wanted.
He wanted to talk to her about the funeral bill. My grandmother informed me just a minute ago that the bill's been paid.
I put it on my Visa card. Now I got to see if I got enough money in there to cover it because it was over $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like 22 something.
2175. Somebody made a donation of 500 anonymously.
But now this money went on my Visa card, Justin.
Well, I mean, whatever money's been added to her funeral fund after you paid, that money will go to you because that's their agreement. So I mean, if you paid the 2172.
Well, he said he had to have it in order
if you
to have
paid
her funeral tomorrow.
if you paid 2172, then if the donation was made after the 2172, then that $500 donation, I'll go to Mike Connor and get him to write you a check or whatever they do as far as like putting the money into your account.
I'll probably if that happens, they'll probably just put it back on the
Now,
card.
this is what his son has wrote me. This.
Whose son?
My brother.
His
Okay.
brother. That's my grandson.
Okay.
And so he was carrying a pistol. I didn't know he could even carry one. You want to come in and say?
Let him meet
Hey,
you. Yeah. I'm a retired neighbor for 22 years now. So,
I've been out here a couple times.
yeah.
Well, I don't remember.
It's
So
probably the same situation.
I know your face kind of looked familiar, but
No, there's been a couple of times it was something different. I can't remember what it was.
One time the motorhome got broken into. There was somebody shot through the garage door, either with a 9mm or a 22.
and it shot right through Mark's bumper.
Then any time after that, it would have
No.
been Rodney.
The little guy that was out there the other night with you, he was the one that come out and investigated the shooting in the door.
So what is this now?
This is what Rodney had in my mailbox.
Okay.
That boy right there has been a problem ever since I was here.
And when he got
So what is this, just like a letter?
well, it's just
It's in Benton.
He's gay. He got a wife, which is a man, you know,
Mm-hmm.
what he calls his wife, but to me, he would be the wife from what he is.
Does he do any kind of threatening to you or anything in this paper?
well, he was carrying a gun in his
Yeah.
hip pocket. But there was two deputies standing there, and then another one drove up and got out and stood. Oh,
Just we find out if we can find something.
And he was not even supposed to be on the property historically.
When was this? When was that?
About 2 nights
Wednesday, I
ago.
believe.
Yeah.
Wednesday this
go
week.
back there. Go back there. Just stand at the door. Make sure that's all he does. Cut his pants down. But his brother almost made him have his birthday, and we was trying to help him. That's when he was serving time. I mean, we was in Alabama or somewhere. I can't remember now. That's much on my mind.
So what is it y'all trying to report?
Well, he was.
I know he was saying
Yeah.
he wanted you to call him or whatever while I was standing here, but I mean, if you don't want to call him, don't call him.
I've done said what I wanted to say to him when he was over there. If I don't want to have nothing to do with Rodney, and Justin can, I had to take on my Visa card, and I don't know if I have enough the money to cover it or not.
Mhm.
But Mike told me, and I've been knowing him for years and years.
The only reason why he was brought into this situation is because he is my brother. My mom and my brother were working on a relationship. They've been working on the past 4 or 5
We have
years.
another Metro Eastside call pending at 2101 Honeybee Creek Drive, crosses Cedardale Drive and Sweetbriar Lane, in reference to 1016-1031.
All right. It looks like
Boyfriend, caller's not on scene, unknown.
there's nothing really I can do for y'all.
Take complaint his mom and sister, unknown.
Well, not
EMS.
unless
So
he
make
comes
a
on my
report for
property.
harassing phone call.
I mean, it's not even a harassing phone call. If he wanted her to call while I was standing here, just I guess to witness the conversation. But if she don't want to call him, then
I
she ain't
said,
gonna
turn it
call.
off. I'm
Yeah.
not listening to him. But now,
There's my stepdaughter that just passed away.
Okay.
Heart attack. Yes. She was just like a real daughter to me.
and she
My
had
mom
asked him
handled
if he
everything.
adopted.
Yeah.
Handled everything as far as taking care of my grandparents when she was alive.
And this was just took just a few days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
1025 at 2101
And she
Honeybee
had a
Creek.
heart attack, and I think she knew.
What he's doing is sending these, he sent one to my husband's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I talked to her, and I was talking to her on the phone
Excuse me.
when Justin come in. And so she had got one, but it wasn't the same thing as he was talking to me, but she began to tell me that Rodney had sent her one. You see how thick it is? Trying to ruin my reputation as good as we was to him. He went and bought a truck for
No.
You got it in your name, right?
What I've done, he was staying here, and he was gonna get a job and do all of this, you know. And I didn't know him that good at that time. So I told him, I said, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll stand good for your truck and get you out so you can get a job. So what he does, he takes the truck and he runs with it and didn't pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had to get a guy to hunt him down, which he hunted was in Florida after him. And then he brought the truck back, parked it in there, put used rubbers all over the place on the inside of the truck.
And one of them he had something full in it, tied it
There's a
in there.
video on YouTube.
So
Just
he meant it.
Everything, go ahead.
And I chased him down with a sheriff. There was 3 sheriffs around us. I chased him down right downtown, and you know, to get the truck away from him. So
And he had put a tape recorder right in
Ah,
this
he-
crack right
that-
there
he-
to tape us.
that
Well, he
dude
went over to
something,
my
yeah,
daughter's oldest daughter, well, she's the oldest one,
yeah.
and had done the same thing, taping her.
Mm-hmm.
And then what it was for, I have no earthly idea.
He just like he hates the world.
He had
you know,
wires
and that's
run
the way he is. Yeah.
in his mama's bedroom,
Yeah.
all the way around. He had thick wires like that. They were that thick going around the wall.
He meant
And he slept with the
telling you,
computer
yeah.
under the covers with him. They got up to use
Here's what I
restroom.
show you we do. Come in. We got a gospel group. This is half of it. It's musical equipment. I'm a guitarist.
Uh-huh.
There's some of my stuff. Yeah. That's the real bad. And so I spent 22 years at that. I'm 85 years old and I'm still muscle. Yeah, but I'm a musician. I'm one of the top guitar players, bass players. And we got God, I don't know how many recordings, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I got that out there full of guitars. I got one guitar sitting there that I've been offered $12,000 for that one. That's
Oh, wow.
Country Gentleman.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think I'd sell it.
I do all shit actors playing. I'm one of the top
I can control
guitarists
that.
in this area.
All right, sir.
What's
Yeah.
that?
I'm the only person to control if I go back, Jeff. As long as I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing.
Yep, well, I know. But I'm
Yeah,
just
I guess.
telling you, don't do nothing that you're gonna go back in jail.
Oh, I'm
But
not.
now if Rodney keeps on, I'm gonna take the warrant out for him.
All right.
Y'all feel the way y'all feel. Y'all do what you're gonna do.
Like I say, I don't really.
He'll be at the funeral
See
home
anything.
tomorrow.
That's where's that at? Conner Westbury?
Yes, sir.
I ain't got any problems with him. Just call him. That's the county right there, so we'll respond.
And we've been knowing Mike for a long time.
Yeah.
He
Um,
has our,
All right. Well, I got to go. I'm gonna go answer another call.
appreciate you coming.
Yep, no problem.
I didn't really know what to do. I might
That's-
have that long.
that's fine.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah. 'Cause you got a turnaround right there, right? Yeah.
Pull right in here.
Okay.